So in this video I'm going to be showing you how we house 1,000 chickens at a time. Now they are relatively easy to look after chickens, but there's still a few things that you need to get right from the start. And I'll just give you a quick tour about this old pen first, just to show you what we've got, what we'll be putting up in the future, but slightly differently at the new place. So this is the house. It's 27 metres long, 4 metres wide. That gives you the internal space, which is enough to house 1,000 birds, which is a requirement once you go above a certain number in the UK, and I imagine across the world there'll be red tape the same. And then on the corner, big tote full of water to supply the drinking system that runs along this edge. So as I just said, this is 27 metres long, 4 metres wide. On this westerly side, put this siding on because this is where the prevailing winds come from. Just protect it a bit more in the winter time, stop the breeze getting in as much. Chickens are very hardy, take quite low temperatures, but wind chill is always something you've got to be careful of. Send them over the edge. Yeah, this is literally just a hoop house set on some timber sleepers rather than bedded into the ground, so we can take this with us to the new place. And a green cover on it, which is opaque rather than a clear plastic one. And me and my business partner built this in a week and a half, 2 weeks of sort of part-time doing it. Didn't take very long. And it's basically pretty similar to the new one that's going to be going up, apart from the new one's going to be half as long as this and twice as wide. It's based off a commercial 30-foot polytunnel, 30-foot wide polytunnel, which obviously reduces the length, makes it a bit more manageable size building, makes it a bit easier to fit in at the new place as well with the other things. Now in the UK you also have to keep your drinkers, feeders and nest boxes inside the hen house in case there's any emergency where you've got to keep them in at all times. That's why this is so big, basically. So you can house them in there permanently if you need to. It's the same size construction as would be for barn raised chickens, but obviously got the run so they can get access to outside, which makes them free range. And then in here, yeah, there's feeders, drinkers, nest boxes, perches, everything that's required by the red tape brigade. We've got 1.5 acres attached to this run, which is half an acre more than you need for the 1,000 birds in the UK. Basically so we can keep it like this, keep an area where they're not on. As you can see out here, keep them off this bit. So we can rotate them. It goes over the hill there, which they're allowed on at the minute, so we've got split in two. Yeah, basically just means they've got more fresh stuff to eat all the time if you keep them not on the full range. Stops them focusing on particular areas. So this actual chicken run is pretty much ideal already. We were real fortunate to get this piece of land when we rented it. As you can see, it's got quite a few trees on it already. There's lots of different types of stuff growing at all different times of the year. A lot of ferns though, which we have to trim back. And when we first came, as you can still see the remnants of the compost piles in the distance there. Lots of gorse that we've just shredded, stacked up, and has been acting as little self-feeders for the chickens for months now. And as you can see, this little bit full-on coppice in front of us. They're clearing out quite regularly. Fresh leaves for them to chew on now. Right, I think it's about time to go to the new place, have a look at what the new chicken house is going to be like.